Sure, yeah.
Okay. All right, all right. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, Piyush, as I told everyone कि we have Piyush he studied in UCD. काफी लोग का ड्रीम यूनिवर्सिटी होती है एंड ऑब्वियसली कोर्स भी जैसे आपका है सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट इट्स रियली वेरी ट्रेंडी कोर्स एंड पीपल आर रियली वर्किंग इन द कंपनीज एंड कोर्स भी काफी अच्छा है सो आई वुड लाइक टू नो योर जर्नी फ्रॉम सिलेक्टिंग द कोर्स टू रीचिंग टू द यूनिवर्सिटी एंड योर जॉब एक्सपीरियंस हाँ पार्ट टाइम की भी बात करेंगे हम बट इसके बाद
Sure thing. I'll just give a quick brief about myself, right? So I come from Bhopal, and I came to Ireland back in 2021. Again, as ma'am mentioned, to complete my master's here with supply chain management. And I've been in Ireland for 4 years now, and I've been working in Ireland for almost what 2.5, 3 years, right? So it's been an incredible journey, right? Uh, I started with looking for like my focus was on supply chain majorly because of the work that I did before coming to before choosing masters. So I come as a background as a mechanical engineer, right? So I worked with in a core mechanical supply chain field or company Bosch. So that's where I grew the interest of supply chain, right? So and then majorly in supply chain I was quite interested in the analytics part of it. So that's why I chose supply chain major like as a course, but UCD being one of the top universities and also one of the top in world ranking within Ireland for supply chain. That's why this was the first preference. But I did go for other universities to apply, and I got admit from two or three universities before I got admit from UCD. So yeah, that's how it's been so far. I worked with Boston Scientific after completing my master's as a business analyst. Was there for 2 years, and then I recently switched to a new role in Pepsi as a financial data analyst.
या तो इट्स रियली गुड टू नो आपने यहाँ पे भी यू कंप्लीटेड योर मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग डिग्री एंड
Yes.
सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट इज अ गुड ऑप्शन आफ्टर दैट
Mhm.
एंड ऑब्वियसली यूसीडी इज रियली टॉप यूनिवर्सिटी जो मोस्टली सारे स्टूडेंट्स पिक करते हैं फॉर देयर मास्टर्स नाउ ठीक है वी विल डिस्कस एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल आदित्य सर भी आ गए हैं एंड आई एम हैप्पी दैट ही
Okay.
जॉइन अस एंड या abhi we want to know about your the course the teaching pattern that UCD takes care of
Mhm.
and um was your course in the Smurfit Business School only?
Yes.
Great. So yeah, we would like to know about that as well.
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, so UCD has two campuses, one in Belfield and another one in Smurfit near Blackrock.
Yes.
Smurfit campus is the business school again, what you mentioned. The course was like I say wide, starting from the first trimester, right? So it's been how to say uh, professional these professors and the way of teaching is widely different from what we do in India, right? So in terms of assignments, in terms of exams, lectures, it's more of a self-reliable course. You have to study after you complete your lectures and go back home. You do have to put up an effort and study, right? Again, I said different from anybody who's doing engineering and even like masters in India, right? So the it's again quite intense but very interesting, right? You get a lot of help from the professors, from your peers when you are
Yeah.
studying. You have like a wide diverse, I say, students doing masters, so coming from people with zero experience right after their undergrad from India, from all over around the world, to 10 years of experience in working in Europe and anybody. So you'll have like
Exactly.
students from wide range of experience, wide range of like let's say work experience and different background. So I had, I say, peers from law background doing supply chain masters, right? And myself
Okay.
as a mechanical engineer. So again, you get so many opportunities. So it doesn't matter which background you come from. If you do well within this 1 year doing the projects, you get an option
Yeah.
2 or 3 months of internship or a supply chain consulting project, at the end of last semester. So again, that's again helpful, and that's something that professors help you get it. So yeah.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, the professors are really very friendly and helpful. Okay. And what about the assignments and also the project that you talked about?
Okay, so assignments are majorly all, like I say, 90% of assignments are group assignments. So group work, it teaches you how to work with different people from different cultures, right?
Right.
Someone maybe some there are some students who are doing part-time masters, majorly someone from Europe and Ireland, basically. But so you'll have to manage how to manage your time, working with different people from different culture, different background, different knowledge base. So that's something you build up doing these projects. And as I said,
And
90% of the
yeah.
projects are going to be group projects, giving presentations in front of the whole class, writing some projects, maybe small basic thesis about something. So every module will have a project, and there will be a one or two projects of writing your own essay or a own paper. I had one
Okay.
for supply chain sustainability. So yeah, and then
Even the course name is Sustainability Supply
yeah, there
Chain.
is a module. There is a module for
Okay.
sustainability within
Okay.
supply chain masters. So over there we had a project of writing a paper on sustainability, or pick up a company and say how they have developed in last 10 years around sustainability, right? What they are doing
Okay.
right, what they're doing wrong, all of that. In the last semester, you get option to go for a supply chain consulting project. I did mine with Horizon. It's a drug manufacturer, pharmaceutical in Dublin. So
Yes.
working on their real life problem and working with their managers or their supply chain team to build up a solution. So again, you everything you learn within 2 semesters with professors and or every theoretical lectures and everything, you apply that in your supply chain consulting project.
Yeah. So it's kind of easy if you like start working with people. It is easy to make assignments and everything.
Mhm. Exactly,
Even the
exactly.
professors help you.
Yeah, professor helps you. Like you can contact them anytime. You can be in university even after your lectures, talking to professors, working with them. Right? If you are interested in specific area, you go with the professor. That they will definitely help you. Yeah, getting a maybe an internship in that particular area if you are interested in something. So
Okay. So the university helps you to get into internships as well.
yes, yes.
So how is did you come across any search thing there, or you
Uh,
searched for the internship by yourself?
No, no. So in this particular supply chain masters, there is like at the last semester in the last semester, universities will bring in you like a list of companies who are interested in getting
Okay.
supply chain consulting students. So and then what you do is you apply, you send your CVs, you select your top three companies that your preference,
Okay.
you send your CV, and universities will send your CV to the companies, and then companies will choose you.
Okay.
Okay,
So it's
so
like that. So
yes,
basically, the university helps you in the same.
yes, yes, yes.
All right. So yeah, now we have many things to talk about. Part-time say related and about we know that you travel a lot. So I would like to hand over this to Aditya sir and बाकी conversation आदित्य sir join कर रहे हैं. Just give me a
Sure, sure
second.
thing.
टिल देन अगर किसी को कोई क्वेश्चंस हैं तो प्लीज आप चैट बॉक्स में ड्रॉप कर दीजिए सो वी विल टेक इट एज वेल
Hi Piyush, how are you?
Hello, sir. Good to see you.
सेम हियर यार। बहुत बहुत टाइम हो गया है।
Exactly, sir. Exactly. Been, I guess, 2 years.
चलो,
2 years we met.
2 years। यस। चलो, दैट्स ग्रेट। तो सुन रहा था मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा,
Hmm.
आप अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस शेयर कर रहे थे। सो अ लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट ऑफ कोर्स दे वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट एजुकेशन, बट आपको पढ़ाई छोड़े काफी टाइम हो चुका है। आई बिलीव इट्स बीन 2 years और मोर देन दैट।
Three years.
3 years, though,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
you still have some fond memories of the college, the assignments and projects कैसे करने हैं. So this hence proves that वहाँ जाके पढ़ाई करनी होती है, unlike इंडिया में कि बच्चों से सब्जेक्ट भी पूछो तो उनको ये भी याद नहीं कि हमने कोई सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा है. But anyway, so of course there are a lot of students, who are really keen, um, that they're very keen to know about other things as well. And I have seen you traveling to a lot of places across Europe, if I'm
Mhm.
not wrong.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like, how easy it is to travel to other neighboring cities. और एक चीज पीयूष मैं यहाँ पे चाहूंगा कि आप क्लैरिफाई करें. अ लॉट ऑफ काउंसलर्स इन भोपाल थिंक इफ यू विल गो टू आयरलैंड और आपको
Mhm.
जो पोस्ट स्टडी वर्क वीजा मिलता है, सो दैट्स लाइक ए शेंगन वीजा एंड यू कैन ट्रैवल, यू कैन गो टू वर्क इन एनी कंट्री इन द ईयू. तो वो चीज
No,
आप
no.
क्लियर करें एक बार सबको.
Okay, perfect. No, no, that's not the case. Ireland stamp 1G visa is only specific for Ireland. Ireland का कोई भी visa is never allowed, will never allow you to travel anywhere in Europe.
Fair. And how about traveling? Like, what all countries you have traveled, and how was the experience? And students के लिए possible होता है travel करना, or they will just restrict to Ireland as a country when they will come?
सर आपके वीडियो में थोड़ा डिस्टरबेंस है, आई गेस इज द वाईफाई.
पीयूष आप, जी, मेरा, I'll switch off my Wi-Fi. I'll put the phone on 4G. That will be 5G. Sorry. I think that's much better.
Is better now, is better now, yeah.
जी,
So I have
बताइए.
traveled to like I've been to Netherlands, I've been to Turkey, recently went to Montenegro, right? Been to UK a couple of times, Scotland, and yeah, so Belgium as well. So I have traveled across a couple of countries now, and it's easy, relatively easy. You get Schengen appointments. You have to apply Schengen visa, UK visa again, but again, it's super easy compared to what we do in India, giving bank statements and all, same process. But yeah, it's everything is quite close. So an hour or two flight, you can travel, reach anywhere in the Europe. So right. No hassle. Once you get a job, it gets easier because then you don't have to give any kind of explanation for the visas. That you give your proof of job experience, job over here in Ireland, so nobody questions why you're traveling. And yeah, it's easy to travel anywhere in Europe. It's like, and it's interesting. So you can just like take take a day off on Friday if you're working, travel for 3 days, come back, start your week again. So,
चलो चलो, that's great. But I'm sure students सारे के सारे will agree with me कि आपने इतना easy बोला, and I think it's all because of the pay package and the salary that you are making, and that's the reason you find it so easy. यार चलो अपन एक देश घूम के आ जाए. So which is great, which is good
yeah.
to know that. So उससे मैं इस क्वेश्चन पे आता हूँ. यहाँ पे किसी नीचे अभी क्वेश्चन पोस्ट किया तो मेरा उस पर नजर गई कि आपने आयरलैंड क्यों चूज किया. सो आई थिंक दैट्स अ फेयर रीजन.
Mhm.
वन ऑफ देम दैट यू आर डूइंग एक्सट्रीमली वेल इन योर करियर, एंड probably that's one of the reason that you picked up Ireland. But apart from that, what all other reasons do you feel, जो हमें भी शायद नहीं पता हो या आने वाले स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं पता हो कि आयरलैंड क्यों आना चाहिए. सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दैट?
So one reason being the university. That was one of these big start reason to begin with. Then it was, if you research Ireland, you'll see that in last couple of years, Ireland has grown its GDP with a wide difference, right? So, and the reason is that major companies, say it's pharmaceutical, IT, any kind of manufacturing, say I say Intel in chip manufacturing, or pharmaceuticals, major pharmaceuticals, Johnson and Johnson, all of that. They have their European hub in Ireland, and that's the reason why they grew their GDP so much, right? So because they have a policy, this government has a policy of asking companies or letting companies invest more in within Ireland, and investing more gives more job opportunities, more better job, I say roles, and wide roles that you get with this, right? So that's another reason of choosing Ireland. Again, center of Europe, quite different culture compared to if you go for US or Canada. Not it is has a big population of Indian community, but again, not so. You won't. Some days you might feel that you are very close to India, but not compared to again major cities as within Canada or US. It's quite less. Again, you get a good exposure for European peers. So
Okay. So primarily the first reason when you were a student when you came to us, so of course the ranking of the university was something that you were really focusing on, the brand value of the institution, and eventually you happened to study with UCD. So a goal fulfill hua. Second, of course, for every student, not just for you, but everyone present in the group or in the session is keen to know or is keen for the job opportunities.
mhm.
So, which is fair. I mean, that's of course something that we are all looking for. I mean, good opportunity. तो आपने जैसे कि बताया तो it's hub for IT, it's hub for pharma, it's hub for manufacturing. It's also hub for a lot of financial institution which recently have relocated
Yeah, yeah.
from London specifically to UK. So I think it is the best combination. And last and most importantly, जो global exposure की हम बात करते हैं, when you plan to study abroad, so I have spoken to a lot of students across the globe. कनाडा वाले
Mhm.
कहते हैं सर हमें ऐसा लगता है हम दूसरे इंडिया में हैं अंग्रेजी सुने टाइम हो गया पंजाबी में ही हर
Yeah.
चीज हो रही है तो आई एम श्योर जैसे आपने यूके ट्रैवल किया स्कॉटलैंड स्कॉटलैंड में तो भी बहुत ज्यादा अभी इंडियंस
Mhm.
नहीं हैं वहां पे बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट यूके यू विल फाइंड लॉट ऑफ इंडियंस देयर एज वेल
Exactly,
एशियंस टू बी मोर
exactly.
प्रिसाइज.
Yeah.
So that is there. So typically, if I talk about the living expenses, I'm not very sure if Meenal has covered this question, but abhi lately students are coming up with this new information कि sir Ireland रहने के लिए बहुत महंगा है and it's things have become prices have become skyrocketed और बहुत मुश्किल है. I know आप जब गए थे और अब में फर्क आया होगा because it's
Mhm.
been 3 years. But do you think a student cannot survive in Galway or Dublin or Cork? Is it really that expensive?
So, but if I compare it from 4 years back, the rent has increased for sure. Utilities and the other expenses, as a grocery or basic living expenses, not so much, but rent specifically has increased a lot. It has become a little, I say, a more time consuming finding a good place to live in. But again, if you are choosy, then you will struggle. But if you can adjust and you can be not so close to the university as a walking distance, but a little far, you can commute using a bus or a tram or anything. You can find a good place with decent rent, with not much difference. If I talk about myself, when I came here to the rent that I'm paying right now, I have been up and down. I lived in Galway for a year and a half. I lived in Cork for 6 months, and I'm living in Dublin now. Again, different range of rents, but more or less it has been for, if I want to give numbers, below 700 always.
Okay.
Below 700 euros for a month. Utilities never changed. More or less, if you are sharing your house with two or three flat housemates in a three-bedroom house, utilities remain same. Let's say 70, 60, 70 euros per month, right? So that hasn't changed much. Groceries, not much of a difference. You get ample opportunity as a options to choose from. Different brands, big like Tesco, Super Value, all of that. So again,
So typically, if I say or if I conclude, I think we're talking about spending anywhere between 1,000 to 1,200 euros per month.
exactly.
You know?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
If you can adjust, like I am spending way less than that, even with for a month. So with everything, with diet, with living and everything. So even it's less than 1,000, but on an average, you can take 1,000 to 1,200. It won't be more than that.
1,000, 1,200. Which is fair. I mean, for a country like Ireland, and if I compare it with the part-time opportunities, how much do you get per hour? I mean,
It
how much
has
are you
increased
paid?
and it keeps increasing every year. So right now it's 11.5 something. When I joined,
Okay,
it was back then, it was 10. Then in a year, it increased to 10.5. If you join as a, let's say, with for part time as a supervisor, you might get around 12, 13 even per hour.
okay.
Right.
So
So,
let's assume 11.5. That's equivalent to
hmm,
920. So
yeah, that's the
roughly it's
basic
hand
pay.
to mouth. Yeah.
That's the basic
So
pay.
that is the basic pay. So
Yes.
अगर हम इसको एक कंक्लूड करें तो हम मोरलेस हैंड टू माउथ है, हम $1,000 खर्च कर रहे हैं और $1,000 हम कमा भी रहे हैं. सो
Hmm. Yeah.
विन विन सिचुएशन है. इट्स नॉट समथिंग कि आप 500 आपका एक्सपेंस है एंड यू सॉरी 1,000 आपका एक्सपेंस है एंड यू आर मेकिंग ओनली 500. सो इट इज मैनेजेबल.
Yeah.
हाँ, Piyush will second my opinion. I'll again repeat as a warning, you will not get a job immediately as you land in any country. Typically, you take 2 to 3 months to find a job. I am not very
Yeah.
sure how much time Piyush took, but I think इतना समय हमको लगता ही लगता है.
You like once if you are lucky enough, you might land a job before you complete your graduation, right? But anywhere around 2 to 3 months, if you give your full effort, you can definitely have a job offer in your hand. You might join after you get a stamp 1G, that is usually after your final results and everything, after your transcript, but you can have a job offer before that.
Before that as well. So now talking about job opportunities, because I'm sure most of the students are very keen to know. So if I talk about programs like data analytics, business analytics, data science, I'm talking about techies basically. So what are the opportunities in case of Ireland? I mean, they are huge, they are moderate, and what skills do you feel is required for a student to have? And anything that you want to add in that?
I won't be able to speak much about the data science part. That's more into I say uh, will come from computer science and all of that. But as I'm working right now as a data analyst, I've worked with business analyst and different roles. It's good, like say, ample opportunities you'll have with low experience, like 1 or 2 year of experience or zero experience. You can still land as a business analyst here, right? And with wide, like I say, 4 or 5 years of experience, you might land up as a supply chain L6 or L7, or as a data analyst in L7, right? As again, roles starting from L4 with no experience, L6 or L7, right below manager or senior manager role. All right.
Okay.
So good opportunities. I say a lot of industries are moving towards data analysts. So one skill I have seen growing majorly is Power BI, Power
Okay.
Automate, all of that. So I learned Power BI or got into Power BI while I was doing the last role in Boston Scientific in the previous company. So that's where I was introduced to working with Power BI. And within year and a half, I landed up in a role that is majorly focused on the Power BI. So again, completely doable. Good pay packages for each any of the role as a supply chain or as a business analyst or a data analyst. You can land up with, I say, an year or two experience with around 60, 70K minimum.
Oh, great.
Right. So again, a skill that can help is majorly SQL, BI, Tableau, data visualization tools, all of that. Python, again, if you are from a computer science background, will help you a lot. But if you are not, like myself, a basic SQL and as a data visualization uh, helped me a lot. Also, if you come from anywhere as a core background of working with an industry, if you're experienced with SAP, again, a lot of help, because if any company, if they're using Oracle or SAP, if you have just a business experience or just a transaction experience, will help you a lot.
Okay. Now, a lot of time we recommend students to take up supply chain in
Mhm.
case of Ireland, and unfortunately, there are very limited universities, as you know, and hardly 3 या 4 ही हैं जो supply chain
Mhm.
के ऑप्शन को एक्सेप्ट मतलब सप्लाई चेन के ऑफर ऑप्शन को ऑफर करती है. So do you think there's a lot of scope for supply chain specifically to Ireland?
Definitely. Why? Because supply chain is, I say, such a dynamic field that you can land up in any job role. You don't have to stick just with the keyword of supply chain for a job if you're looking
Okay.
for a job, right? So within supply chain, you can work as a supply chain operations. So you can work in as an operation executive or somewhere. You can be an analyst, supply chain analytics, right? Then you can work within supply chain logistics. You have option within logistics and as a packaging. Uh, as a negotiations, you can work as a project manager or a business analyst working with the negotiation part of supply chain. That's like four options that I can easily point out. So you don't have to stick majorly for as companies that are, I say, with supply chain. Usually, the first thing you comes in mind is shipping or logistics and all of that, but it's not
Yes.
limited to that. I am working with as a financial data analyst. I never worked in finance before, but again, coming from a background of business analyst, working with business and project managers, and then having a interest in analytics, was easy to move towards a financial data analyst role.
Okay.
So wide, you get a wide range. You learn finance, the supply chain finance doing masters. You learn logistics. You learn analytics. Everything doing masters. They have their own modules, so you can build up an interest in anywhere during studies also. So.
Okay. मेरे को पीयूष एक और चीज आपसे जाननी थी because you are a working professional. I'm sure you are connected with or you keep a track of economy from other European nations as well. Plus, जिस company में आप काम करते हो, they have global presence. These days, I see a lot of inclination among students to study in Germany. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm not talking about mechanical related courses or automobile related courses. They
Mhm.
feel that they want to study business analytics or yeah, because there is free education. So अब मुझे नहीं पता whether you have friends or you have any idea about Germany, but अगर आपको मैं compare कर सकते हो तो nothing like it. If not, आपको लगता है क्या Ireland भी एक अच्छा choice है in comparison to Germany? I mean, there are two different questions. I'm just
Okay, so I was there was a point when I was looking forward to choose Germany. The reason I didn't choose was one of the language restriction, right? And then majorly a language restriction, learning a German language again. I personally didn't want to do that, right? And I do have friends who have moved from Ireland to Germany and other European countries for work, and with the again companies they were willing to sponsor. Uh, if I want to compare, Ireland will be a good option if you even if in future you want to work somewhere else in Europe. Even if in future you do want to settle in Germany after you have finished like you got a stamp four in Ireland, 2 3 years, 4 years of working in Ireland, it will be way easier moving to Germany or Netherlands or anywhere in that region. So I did visit Netherlands and Germany for work with the previous
अच्छा.
company. So
Okay.
looking at the work culture over there, it is, I say, Ireland work culture is quite easy, lenient, easy, very easy going compared to working on. I never work on Fridays, right? So it's only Monday
अच्छा.
to Thursday working. But you'll see people in Germany or Netherlands working like 5 days a week. In Ireland, in both the companies, Friday was mostly an hour or two of working. That's it. So yeah, can be a good, will be a good choice if you are choosing to live in Ireland or anywhere in Europe. Ireland can be a good choice.
Okay. चलो, great. Um, this gentleman has a question. I'll address that as well. आप भी देख सकते हो.
Mhm.
मुझे नहीं समझ में question, but what I think he's trying to ask you is the curriculum at UCD? It's difficult because being a top-notch university, do you think it is difficult to study or the course curriculum is difficult to manage?
No, it's not difficult to study, but it's definitely something that you will have to put your time in. You cannot take it leniently that, okay, might study a day or two before, a week before. No, you'll have to put in an effort every, I say, you lectures are only like one or two lectures a day, right? That's it. So you can't spend the entire time just like not just having fun or just like doing your time pass. You'll have to put in your effort after your lectures, during your projects. You can't just rely on other people working or doing like uh, as I mentioned to begin the call, in the beginning of the call, is it is a self-reliable. You'll have to put an effort. You have to reach out to professors if you have doubts. Nobody's going to serve it to you on your plate that this is how the exams will be or this is how you'll study. So it's not anything that you take notes on. So it's not, you'll have everything available online from the first day. And all you have to do is just put in a little effort. An hour or half an hour every day can do the work.
Okay,
It's
great.
easy. It's easy manageable along with part time. So I did part time for 1 year when I was studying, and it was not a. I said I personally didn't find it any kind of trouble to manage the two.
Okay. Another thing that I wanted to bring the to this discussion that Piyush is a fitness freak. और जब इंडिया में था तभी बहुत वर्कआउट करता था एंड आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर ही शेयर्ड हिज जिम पिक्चर एंड आई थिंक वो यूसीडी का जिम था इफ आई एम नॉट
Uh-huh.
रॉन्ग
Mhm.
he shared a gym picture and it was huge. He said, "Sir, gym में workout कर रहा हूँ मैं." So anyone in the group who is interested, so you can definitely take some tips from Piyush of fitness as well as ये सब facilities होती हैं with universities.
You'll find so many, like the first interesting thing I found before starting the college was the amount number of sports option that you have here. I didn't.
Okay.
I still feel that I didn't use the. I didn't make the most of it. But you have like a wide range of sports that you can play here, not just from mainstream sports. But the one interesting thing I found, or sport I found, is the underwater hockey that I always talk about. If anybody is asking me anything about UCD, was a big as swimming pool, and you are playing hockey under that swimming pool inside. So
Wow.
again, lots of co-curricular activities, good again sports, lots of focus on sports. You'll find people, but again, if you are going for the business college, Smurfit, there is nothing happening there. It's only studies. For
अच्छा.
sports and everything, you come to the Belfast. Sorry, this other campus, right? So
The main campus.
the main campus, yes.
Okay, okay. So, a question है, what skills or knowledge do companies value the most in supply chain roles?
As I spoke, one major is the SAP or the Oracle knowledge, where any company is storing their data, right? So SAP is one of the most valuable. Second will be, if you are going for more supply chain, uh, let's say, I say more of a business knowledge helps you a lot. The way business communicates within their problem or solutions, those that knowledge will help you.
Okay. अच्छा, मेरे को एक चीज और जानना था because we are talking about supply chain here. So there are a lot of manufacturing of pharmaceutical companies as well as medical device companies.
Mhm.
So I recommend a lot of pharmacy students to pursue their biotechnology or bioinformatics or anything related to pharmacy at Ireland. So do you think my advice is perfect?
Definitely, definitely. There are lots of pharmaceutical drug manufacturers in Ireland, right? Start beginning with the big giants of Johnson and Johnson, and let's say uh, there
AstraZeneca
are
is there, and
exactly. So those major ones and the small ones, right? So I did encounter. So there's Horizon. There's again drug manufacturers who produce these drugs for US market or European market, not majorly for Indian market, but yeah, good opportunities there.
ओके. अब पीयूष, मैं तो सुन के थोड़ा एम्बैरेस्ड हूँ कि आप तो सैटरडे भी फ्राइडे भी काम नहीं करते, आप तो सैटरडे को काम करा रहे हैं आपसे. सो देयर इज अ क्विक क्वेश्चन, we'll
Mhm,
address that and then because this can be the concluding thing. So
mhm.
are there any points that you would have known before going there or some things that you would like to keep in mind that would be different than usual? So I think जो भी हैं ये is asking for a simple thing. And what are your suggestions and tips for a student before coming to Ireland?
If the answer is to only limit around studies, then definitely uh, I say do some kind of research on what kind of module, because supply chain within UCD, they have updated their module in last 2 years. They have made it more towards the sustainable supply chain management.
Okay.
So something, if you are coming here, best to research about the structure, module structure, have some ideas how you want to approach it, right? That's something. And if it's not about studies, I say prepare well, because it can get a little overwhelming when you are coming here. It will be exciting, but once you land here, you adjust for a week or two or a month, then some days can be a little overwhelming. Might get, if you are have been living at in your home, might get some kind of homesick, but you'll make a lot of friends here for sure, right? You'll have a lot of experience. You can like travel. I during the first 1 year of masters, I did travel across Ireland. So
Okay.
visited all the major cities in Ireland, all the coastal towns and everything. So yeah, good experience. You make a lot of friends. If you get any kind of overwhelming feeling, you have, I say, therapies, or you have people to talk to, definitely. Uh, so yeah, that's something you can keep in mind. So can be a challenge for some people, but definitely can overcome that.
Okay. Last question. A lot of time I talk to my students who are there in the US, Canada or Australia, and एक आध कोई स्टूडेंट होता है जो कहता है सर मैं वहां चला गया होता ना तो ज्यादा बेहतर होता. Any ex country that they
Mhm.
name. What is your take on that? Are you happy? Are you composed coming to Ireland? Your decision of studying at Ireland, working at Ireland is good.
Definitely a great choice. I was second doubting this before. I was choosing US, then moved to Canada. I got an admit from Australia. I never went ahead with that, but again, was a good choice to move to Ireland, choosing to do masters here, working here. Great experience working with all in any company, even during projects. Uh, so yeah, no doubt, I would have anytime chosen some other country. So definitely a good option.
Chalo, that's great. Anyone who has a question, because I'll not take Piyush because other time it's Saturday. So I'm sure Piyush would like to have a great weekend. Weekend, I know because I've
It's
lived
a
in.
good day out. It's sunny.
अच्छा. हाँ, वहाँ धूप is like, बहुत बड़ी बात होती है. So I know. So anyone who has a question, quick, you can just drop a text message quickly, guys. Anyone, text as in the chat box. Anyone has a question? How did you land your first role after completing the course?
So you do get a grad fair over here in Dublin, right? Every year or twice a year there is a grad fair. You can go there. I landed up in the previous role. The first role was directly through LinkedIn. I kept applying through LinkedIn, and this was, I say, second or third interview I gave for this company after masters, and I landed up luckily. So, and even the next role, the current role I'm working on, through LinkedIn. That was the only, I say, source where I was doing my application and all.
Okay. What is a grad fair, Piyush? I know, but I want them to know that.
So grad fair is majorly a lot of companies from pharmaceutical to manufacturing to different companies. They have their own area, and it's a big. There's a hall where they'll set up their camps, and they'll have their roles or upcoming roles within their company. They'll have those lists. You can go there, talk to them. If they are interested in you, you are we like everybody who's visiting, they have a printed CV, their own CV, 4 or 5 prints. You can hand over your CV to them, and if they find it interesting, they'll definitely give you a call. During that grad fair, they also have an online grad fair. If for some reason you can't visit Dublin, if you are studying somewhere in Carlow, Galway, Cork, anywhere, they have their HRs or recruiters sitting online. You can book a one-to-one session with them, talk about what you are looking for. If there is any role already open in their company, you are interested, talk about your skills and all of that. If they are interested, they'll definitely look forward and ask for your CV. So that's how the grad fair works.
Okay, so it's just like a campus fair or a campus
Yeah,
fair
but you'll have students from across Ireland.
across. So it's not restricted to one university. You
Yes.
will have students from everywhere, and you need to have some good communication skills. थोड़ा सा हमको free
You'll
होना
have to sell
होगा.
yourself.
You have to
Sell
sell
yourself.
yourself, yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I think it's a great opportunity. मैंने इसलिए highlight करना चाहा because a lot of times students ask me कि कुछ भी नहीं होता. So there are career fairs or job fairs. You call them a grad fairs in case of Ireland.
Mhm.
So in LinkedIn, of course, तो पीयूष का एक और recommendation होगा, I'm sure, कि start developing your LinkedIn right from India. So that is another area that you guys should focus on. And third and most importantly, Piyush, there is a question that did you get an internship or you directly landed up in a job?
Within supply chain, you don't usually go for internship. You don't have much option of internship. The only internship that you do, some small role, is 3 months of supply chain consulting project. That's it, right? But you do get an option of grad roles here. So if you don't have any experience or 1 to 2 years, 3 years of experience, you can still opt for a grad role. Usually it's for 2 years. You rotate around across different roles, I say different departments within a company. And if you work good enough and the company is happy, they can absorb you in any of the one department that you worked on. So that's one of the good option that you get if you don't have any experience in India.
Okay, great. Well, Piyush, sorry, मेरे को फिर से एक last question, फिर से second last बोल देता हूँ मैं इसको. So ये मेरे को एक्चुअली ये मुकुल ने क्वेश्चन भी पूछा, उससे भी याद आया, और आजकल जब मैं इंटरेक्शन करता हूँ तभी क्वेश्चन बहुत आता है. सर, आयरलैंड में ना बहुत सारे इंडियन स्टूडेंट जा रहे हैं, तो अब वहां पे ना जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी सैचुरेट हो गई है. मुझे नहीं पता ये कौन ज्ञानी है जो ऐसी बातें करता है, बट डू यू थिंक दैट देयर इज अ सैचुरेशन, द इकोनॉमी हैज नो अपॉर्चुनिटी टू absorb people? Do you really think so?
No. I might say that this is happening back in UK. I've been talking to a couple of friends in UK. They are facing some kind of difficulty, but not in Ireland. Luckily, not in Ireland. So anybody, like, I have a couple of friends who came in this year for masters, and the last year the last year person, he already has a job now. So it can it I can't say right now because of the, as a contradicting market with US and what's happening there. Some kind of effect is happening, but not on the major job roles of supply chain.
Okay.
Some I say, if it is having an impact, is more on the IT side, the core software developers and all of that. They are facing some kind of issues. Some major companies with the ongoing layoffs and all of that. But
It's
never,
global. It's
yeah,
global.
that's an ongoing thing, but not happening in supply chain field or the service sector here.
Okay. Okay. Chalo, that's great. So I think on that note, we can close today's session. It was great. A lot of information again was shared by Piyush, and which was very informative, I'm sure, for students. This Piyush is coming for the second time. एक बार he was at the office, एक बार यहाँ पे. So thank you very much, Piyush. You guys can find him on LinkedIn. Don't bother him asking silly questions कि भैया part time मिलेगा कि full time मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा. Stay in touch with him for full time opportunities in the future, क्योंकि तब शायद पीयूष, आप लोग जब जाएं इस साल, तब पीयूष शायद बहुत higher team level पे चला जाए. So he can give you reference and can be of great help. So Piyush, thank you very much, and I wish you all the very
Thank
best
you.
for your future. And
Thank you
thank
so
you
much.
everyone for joining, and thank you to the complete team for organizing this session. Thanks, guys. Thank you very
Okay.
much. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye, sir.